Hi everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Mark, and today we're going to be doing a little crafting. I realize the show is Cooking with Mark, but it's also Crafting with Mark as well. Today we're going to learn how to make a scarf on a loom. This is a 5.5-inch loom. It's got 24 pegs, and the way you're going to do this is first you're going to make a slip knot. And all you're going to do is, let me get this started here. So just make your slip knot. Now you see a little anker right here. You're not going to use an anchor on this. You're actually going to put it on the one on the right of the, well, if you look at it, it's actually the left. Or the right. I'm not quite sure as far as the camera goes. It looks like it's on the left right here. And then all you're going to do is you're going to wrap it around. And you're going to do this all the way around. And you're not going to go completely all the way around in a complete circle. You're actually going to go from one side of that anchor peg to the other side of the anchor peg. Just as I have here. You see there is an opening right there, because you're not going to use that middle one. What you're going to do is you're going to then push all these down. Get them all pushed down. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to simply go back around. I want to try something here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the second one right here. Because when you wrap it back around, you're going to bring it to the second one. And just simply go back around all the way through. This is going to start your anchor stitch. I believe that's what it's called. And once you get it all the way to the end right here, then all you're going to do is just simply bring your bottom one over the top. To start your first row. So when you get done, it should look something like this. Now once you get done, you're just going to drop that row down. And then afterwards, you're going to, we're going to do 2 of your knit get 2 of the knit in there, and then the next one is going to be purl. And you're going to do this for 10 rows. And on your purl, you're going to loop it through. I'm going to show this to you again. You're going to loop through the bottom, pull that loop up as you can see, pull over and put the new loop on. Now you're going to do this for 10 rows, or if you're going with the scarf and the mittens, or the hat and the mittens I made, it's actually 14 rows. So you're going to do this for 14 rows. I will be back when this is all done in the 14 rows, okay? Now, as I stated, when you go around this, you're always going to go opposite. So on this one right here, you're actually going to go to the end. But when you go back around, you're actually going to miss this one, and you're going to go to the next one. And over here, you're going to go, I'm sorry, I don't know if you've seen that. So on this one right here, when you come back around, you're missing the first one. You're going to go to the second one and go all around to here, to the end. But when you go back, you're actually going to miss this one and go to this one. That's how this actually works. And I just want to bring that to your attention so that you knew offhand how it worked. And I don't know if you also see that, but each one of these are, every other two are color coded. I marked them with a marker so that you know every other two you have to purl versus the knit two. Now, once you get to the last two pegs that you have to do, what you want to do is, because you're going to switch up to a new color, just as you did on your hat and mittens, you want to make sure that everything is the same color on this. So you want to cut and then just simply tie these two up. And just finish up the last two here. Now this is the last of your knit 2, purl 2. And as you can see, it's actually forming, so you can actually just roll it down. Now the rest of this is going to be whatever size you want it. So that's going to be part 2. But what you're going to do is just a simple knit. So you're going to wrap it all the way around. So when you did your first row, that was a knit. Your second row was a knit to start. That was to connect the two together. And then the rest of those were knit 2, purl 2. And now you're back to knit. And all you're going to do is just simply bring this around, just like as we did right here. And then just simply wrap these around. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be part 2. And you can make it as long as you want. What you want to do for measurement is just simply take a regular scarf that you buy at the store if you have one, and measure how long that is. The other thing you can do is measure from hand to hand, straight out like this. And if you go like this, so from this hand to this hand, that would be the normal size of the scarf. So once I get this length that I want, I will be back with you. at that point. So you can see that the scarf is all done. It is about 5 foot long. You generally make it the length that you want. After you get your length that you want, what you're going to do is you're going to put your end, knit 2, purl 2 on the end, just as you did. You're going to do it on the other end. So this is 14 stitches, 14 rows. We'll get the 14 rows, and then I'll show you how to close it off and put these little strings on the end. So I just want to give you a reminder on how to do the knit 2, purl 2. So the first 2 you're going to wrap around, and you're going to loop over. Let me try to do that again for you. So you're going to wrap around and wrap under, just because it's the loop back around here. Then loop the bottom loop over the top, and then on the next 2 you're going to go through the top one and pull the new wrap up, bring the old one over, and put the new one back on. I'll do that again for you. Put your loop through the top one, bring the new one up through, pull the old one off, and put the new one back on. And for the knit, again, you wrap underneath. I'll show you again here. So you have it, you wrap underneath once, underneath twice, and then take the old loop, go over the top one, take the old loop, go over the top one. And you're going to do this for 14 rows, just as I've done on the other side. So you simply take the new yarn underneath, pull it through the old, pull the old one off, put the new one on, just like that. Okay, so after you get the your 14 rows done on your end, what you want to do is you want to take a piece of yarn, fold it in half, and you want to wrap it around the loom, and it should actually, when you wrap it around, it should be 1 full wrap around and a half. Actually, 1 full wrap around and 3/4. As you can see, here's the end, and here's the other end. It's been wrapped around once. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take and hook one end here on your anchor, and all you're going to do is simply take your what you're going to do is you're going to do the loop under, so it's going to be kind of like a pearl all the way around. So you're going to take your hook and go over the old, pull the new up, wrap around, pull the old one off, and put the new one on, just as so. You're going to do this all the way around. Once you get to the end, I'll show you what you have to do next, okay? Actually, I take it back. That was wrong. What you're going to do, I apologize. So you can start anywhere's on it. Just make sure your anchor is right there at the end. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hook through the old one and pull the new one through. all the way through, just like that. And you're going to do this all the way around, and I'll show you how to pull it off afterwards, okay? Now, when you do this, you can actually pull it off. So you have one off already. So the next one, you're going to do the same thing. Pull the old one, put the hook through the old one, pull the new one through, all the way through, and pull it off the hook. Do this all the way around, and when we get done, I'll be right back with you, okay? Okay, so after you get to the almost to the end, what you're gonna do is continue to do, loop the last one through, and unhook it through the off the loom. So when you get done, I'll say, okay, so when you get done, you should see that it's evened all the way out, all the way through. And you just want to stretch your end so that it's completely stretched out to even up with the rest of the scarf. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your one end and just simply tie it up. And then just cut your ends off.
You're dressed like an audience member from The Price is Right. Excuse me, this is Ann Taylor Loft. Yeah, and I'll bet when you walk down the street, they all loft. You know what? I'm leaving. No, you're not. Listen, you're wrong about Grace. She's one of the kindest,
excuse me. So you got the end cut and tied. So then you're going to come over to this end over here. And all you're going to do is just simply take your two pieces . And loop these through.
Can't be sure, but I think it's the second act of Pippin. Why aren't you people watching Cold Case? Come on, Jay, let's try the back door. Will, keep rolling. Coming on to me at a time like this. Let's say, come on. They're forcing their way in and they got torches. Actually, they're scented candles. They make wonderful accents.
And all after you get it looped through, all you're going to do is just simply take your string, pull it through, and tie the end like so. And then you can weave this end in to the rest of this. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the strings that are on the other end. You can see right here, that's our next job. So I'm going to cut those, and then we'll go from there. I don't have a specific measurement on these, except for usually use something like this It's about 2, maybe 3 inches. And all you're going to do is
A friend told me that she didn't think I would be a good
just
mother.
keep going down through
Well, my own mother was shot dead in front of me.
and just keep folding until you get the right amount that you need.
Wondering if I could have saved her.
Now, if you're working on a loom that's got 24 pegs, then you would actually need 24 of these. So if you do this by
I am telling you, you have got to stop.
12, you'll end up with 24. So just keep folding it. Keep folding it. And keep folding it.
Ellen apologized. She told me what you said. Thank you. I just told her everything that I believe. Well, not everything.
And
I didn't tell her that I think that Robin Williams shines in dramatic.
cut it. And then just take all your loops
I never would have seen those kids again.
and cut those.
Look, I am so sorry for what I said about you. I was wrong.
And you're going to do the same thing on the other end.
I think maybe you were right. No. Granted, you're not what I would call a traditional mom. But when the chips are down, you come through. Even though you were
And then all you have to do on these is just simply take one, fold it in half, like so,
Why not? You're already a good stepmother.
put it through your first one, and make sure it's even,
Mason's a boy.
and then loop it through,
Of course. Young ladies now.
and then that's it. So once I get the rest of them done, we'll come back to this. Okay, so there you have it. There's the one end, and there's the other end. Let's see.
I'm getting a jump on my ladder.
There is the scarf, as you can see.
Let's go, Nestor. If you're good, I'll let you burn last month's vaccines.
So it went well.
Yours is great. She gave me an assignment. My younger self has to buy
As you can see,
spa treatment.
it's the same on both ends. And the trick when you're closing out the end of a scarf that's open-ended loom instead of a full circle loom is, like I said, take that piece of string, wrap around the loom so it's almost twice around it, and then just loop it through. And when you loop it through, you pull it all the way through. And once you pull it through, then you can unhook that loop off the hook, and that binds the end. I will have this complete video up on my website, along with my hat, my mittens as well. Thank you for watching Crafts with Mark, and have a good day now.